Aveley at home.
Yep.
What do we know about them?
Having a really good season. I think they were relatively unknown at the start. They've started really well. They had FA Cup game the other night. Replay went to extra time. They've progressed. They've got a good draw in the next round, which I'm sure they'll be looking forward to. But like I say every week, we're expecting a tough game. They're resilient, high press.
They're
So
not conceding lots of goals.
no, so it makes for a good game.
In terms of where you guys are as a team, last weekend it was quite straightforward, winning the grand scheme of things. How did you feel the team performed?
Well, like I said before, it's a no-win situation for us. Whatever score we win by, it's not enough. We had a few issues last Friday where we lost some players. We had a few playing with niggles, and it was just about us getting through and not overextending ourselves and making those injuries worse. So we did that. We got a decent draw. We're at home again. So, yeah, we're looking forward to that one.
So I was going to touch on Southend next. That's a big challenge for you in terms of obviously where you want to be and who you want to be playing against. They're that level, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. It's a tough draw because obviously looks as though they've been rescued. They'll have a massive bounce now, I would have thought, because the fans will be really fervent like we've had. They'll get behind the new ownership and they'll be really confident. So that makes it an even tougher game for us. But we're at home. We're unbeaten at home so far, and we have to make the most of that. But Aveley's the most important thing. So that's tomorrow. Saturday.
I'm guessing that when you saw that draw, though, that's pretty much what you wanted. You want to be challenged, don't you? And the players want to be challenged.
I'd rather have one of the smaller ones at home, being really honest. You know, that's a tough draw for us. If they hadn't had the 10 points deducted, they'd be in the top 6 of the National League, so it's a tough draw. There were easier draws, but we've got what we've got and we have to get on with that. But Aveley's the priority, and then once we get Aveley out of the way, then we'll start to think about Southend.
When we talk about home form here and trying to make Hewish into a fortress, how important is it that you continue that run here at home?
Key. I think any team that has a good season invariably has a really good home record, and that's what we need to do. I think I watched Newcastle last night, and they look a totally different team when they play at St James's Park. The atmosphere just gives the players an extra 5 yards to go and press one of the best teams in the world, and that's how we have to be at home, and the fans can give us that real edge, and I'm sure they will on Saturday.
Have you had any more feedback from the referees or the FA with regards to what happened last week and trying to put in the suspension and appealing and such? Have you had any feedback? Because I know you said you wanted some in terms of referee performance. I'm guessing from your face you probably haven't had any.
I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah,
okay, what did they say?
Very understanding. To be fair, I spoke to a young guy at the FA who was very apologetic. And like I said, it's not us castigating officials. We want to try and help them to be better. And it's just about the process of how they get to that appointment and what experiences they've got before they get to refereeing at that level. That's the key issue. But he understood our frustrations and some of the decisions that were made. But we can't do anything about them now. That's gone. We've served the suspensions. And you just hope that the appointments are better in the future.
And I guess the less we hear about referees, the better a job they are doing at the end of the day.
Well, it's going to be difficult because every time you turn Sky Sports on, it's recording a VAR cock-up at the Liverpool game, isn't it? So it's even at the top level, they're getting horrendous cock-ups. I mean, with that amount of technology, that should never, ever happen. Ever, ever, ever happen. So if they're doing it at that level, then we have to expect that we're going to get some mistakes. And mistakes are part of the game from all of us. We all make them. It's just trying to help them be better.
You touched on watching the Newcastle game last night, because I didn't realise this before, but you've got a few links to Dan Burn yourself, haven't you?
I have, yeah.
So what did you make of his performance last night and getting that goal?
Great, he's been outstanding since he's gone into the Premier League. I sold him as a young boy to Fulham for a lot of money. I put him in the team at 16, 17, and he flourished, and I told a few Premier League managers about him. They didn't take him. Fulham then took the plunge on him, and he's 31 and he's gone on to have a brilliant career. So you can see, I mean, the way he played last night, he's top draw.
Do you think he should be in and around the national setup or not?
Well, I think if you're playing for one of the top teams that are winning most games and you're playing in the Champions League, And if the England manager's saying he's going to pick the team on form, then of course he should have every right to be in the conversation.
And looking forward to Saturday and talking about the squad itself, in terms of how you are, the team you're able to field, are you looking quite strong now because of a few suspensions like you just touched on in the past? You didn't look like you picked up any injuries at the weekend. Are you looking okay for Saturday?
We're looking all right. We got one or two bumps and bruises that we're got a little bit of concerned about, but I'm sure every club has got one or two issues, suspensions or one or two bumps. Unless it's right at the start of the season, it's very rare that you've got a full complement to pick from. But we're strong in the group underneath, so the boys that get their opportunity have to come in and take it if they get one, and give the manager a headache for the following week.
Anyone who's definitely going to miss out this weekend?
Well, I can't tell you that.
Fair enough. Okay.
So to be a good point. Excuse me. Mark, it seems to me, with regard to Matty Worthington's appeal, and you were telling us it was 5 o'clock they got round to it, was that the National League doing this? That's the FA. So, I mean, do you not think the FA have got to be a little bit more responsible with regard to the clubs? Because how are you supposed to pick a team when you suddenly get an extra player at 5 o'clock at night on the day before? It's not really fair, is it?
No, I could be really pragmatic and say, well, we've got a good squad and we should be but that's not the point, is it? If you appeal, then you're expecting to hear less, 12 hours before the game, or 24 hours before the game. So I've not really had an explanation for that. I probably think they didn't even look at it. I probably think they just got lost in a big pile of disciplinary issues, and they probably didn't even see it. So, but it's gone. We did what we had to do. Matty's had a rest. Should be really fresh. I'm expecting a top performance from him on Saturday with a freshness, and looking forward to it.
Do you think that all this business with Mr. Klopp and his farcical request for a replay, but it's going to put the spotlight on the FA and referees and decision making and the whole, back procedure that's going on that the fans don't see? Do you think it's going to help you in the long term?
I don't know if it is farcical for him to ask for what he asked for. I'm not sure. I think if you think about it too much, it send you crazy, because, like I said, that should never happen. They had so many opportunities to stop it, and the best solution I heard was, even if it's a minute later, I'm sure both managers would have been understanding, and the Tottenham manager would have let Liverpool walk the ball in the net because it was a goal. But for them just to say, I can't stop it now because of protocol, it just seems ridiculous. And it, like I say, it should never happen. And I think the one good thing is it probably will never happen again. But obviously, you're talking about that decision could cost Liverpool a title. One goal by one goal, or 1 point, that could cost Liverpool the Premier League title, millions and millions of pounds. So there's a lot on it. So I understand why he's really frustrated, but they never ever, can't see him ever replaying the game.
No, because the question comes in, if you let them have the replay for this one, how far back you get? Everybody's going to be rolling up saying, well, hang on a minute.
That's right.
So it's that's why I said farcical, because I just can't see it happening.
I just let them both have 3 points.
Yeah. Well, there must be somewhere around it.
Yeah.
Pretty average week from your perspective. Just normal training, no dramas. Big game tomorrow, Saturday. What do you make of Aveley? I mean, they look quite sort of useful, don't they?
Yeah, they've done great, haven't they? They've had a great start. We pay full respect, done our homework. We're expecting a tough game. Front foot, they'll come after us, rightly so. They had a good win in extra time in the week to get through. I think they played Barnet, do they, in the next round at home? So they'll be looking forward to that. Is it Barnet?
I think so, yeah.
So, yeah, they'll be up. Their tails will be up. But we're at home. It's our back garden, and we want to make sure we keep our home run going, and we want to be right at it and give our fans another performance to cheer about.
In reality, how much difference does the 120 minutes they had to play on whenever it was Tuesday? Do you see that making a major difference or not?
Not really.
If they're fit?
No, I think when you're a player, they would have been training anyway if they hadn't have played.
Yeah.
And I think when they turn up here, see the stadium, pitch, the crowd, that will give them that lift anyway. So, like I said many times before, very rarely, well, as a manager, had an easy game, and we're expecting a really tough one on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, best of luck on Saturday. Hopefully get 3 points.
Thanks very much.